Hey, good morning, everyone. Today is Tuesday, September 16th. This is my very first ever video email. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Robert Edgin, and want to try to start doing some communications in some different ways. This is one of those ways that we can keep in touch a little bit better. So from now on, once a month, you'll start to get one of these video emails from me, and here's how it's kind of going to work. We're going to go through some different things, starting off with the joke of the month, which will be interesting. I'll tell you about that a little bit more here in a minute. Then we're going to talk a couple of minutes about the market, what's going on here in Colorado Springs, as well as what's going on at the Keller Williams Hope office. Go through some special announcements, and then talk for a minute about the script of the month, an idea that you can use to help grow your business, and then finish it off with a technology tip of the month. So let's get started. We'll start off with the joke of the month, which, fortunately for you and unfortunately for me, I do not know any jokes. However, I would like that to change, and here's kind of how I thought you guys could help me out with that. If you will email me your best jokes to robertedgin@kw.com, I'm going to start taking a look through those, and then I will pick one and use it in next month's video email. If I use your joke as the joke of the month, then I will pay your KW fee for you next month. So we'll start to do that every month. That'll help me get a little bit funnier and help us have a good time together. So shoot me those emails so I can do that. Let's talk about the market for a second. What's going on? For starters, here in Colorado Springs, Keller Williams now has the #2 market share for all of Colorado Springs. The only folks in front of us is RE/MAX. Everybody else is behind us. There are over 500 companies here in town. We are ranked #2. That is highly impressive. That is for all categories: listings for the year, sold listings for the year, sold buyer side for the year. So we are on fire and doing fantastic, and we are working towards that #1 position. Our local office, the Keller Williams Hope office, they're still combining all of the numbers, so we're trying to get the exact from PPAR, but it looks like we're going to be around #5 or 6 for all of Colorado Springs out of 500 and some odd companies. So again, something to be very proud of as you're out there talking to clients. We are about the 5th ranked company in Colorado Springs, office, and the 2nd ranked company in all of Colorado Springs for market share. As far as the market in Colorado Springs, as I'm sure you're well aware, things are down from last year. But what exactly are they doing? For the sales side of things, we're at 778 for the month of August this year versus 997 last year. So we are down about almost 18%. The average sales price is down about 9.5% from 259,000 last year to 235,000 this year. So the market is definitely down. But what kind of market are we in? We're in an unbelievable market. There's never been a better time for buyers to go out and take advantage of all of the down prices and the down sales to get the home that they've been dreaming of, or investors a way to start taking advantage of these investment properties. I'm hearing stories almost every single day of how clients and realtors are going out there and just snatching up some amazing deals. So find yourself some buyers and investors to work with. One of the best ways to find buyers and investors is through a lot of inventory. Even though the market is down, this is a wonderful time to be listing more homes because there are more buyers out there looking, and they're calling off of those yard signs, and we've got some great capture techniques that we can use to get those buyers. So go out, keep doing a great job with the buyers and investors, keep picking up the inventory, and you will do well in this buyer's market, this unbelievable buyer's market that we are in. Let's talk about what's coming up over the next couple of weeks and the next month. Just a couple of things to keep in mind. For starters, this Friday I'm doing my very first class here at the KW Hope office, and that's going to be on Keller Tools. And that's to be a series of classes. This first one will focus on your Keller Williams profile and your Keller Williams agent website. That's at 10 o'clock this Friday. That will be followed up next Thursday with a advanced web class. We're bringing in somebody who's just an expert on it. And at the same time, we've got Brian and Keith from the region who are coming down to do a barbecue for us. So that's going to be a whole lot of fun. Don't miss out on that. That's next Thursday. Next Wednesday, we've got a foreclosure class here at the office taught by Bill McAfee. And Rick will continue to do our success series every Tuesday at 11. This is week 2 of 8. Please join us for those if you can. It's a great boost going into the winter season. We've got the Rocky Mountain Summit coming up the first week of October, and then on October 22nd, we've got Dave Jenks coming into Colorado to do a special event for us on the new Shift book. Everyone who attends gets a copy of the book and gets to learn about the 12 tactics, to succeed in today's shifting market. That's also a great segue into some special announcements. One of the commitments I made to Rick when we made the merger was that I would help every Keller Williams Hope Realty agent grow their profit tree and their downline so we could all share in the profit together. One of the ways we're going to help do that, for starters, if you have an agent who is not with Keller that you would like to invite up to the October 22nd shift class, the first 5 people that do that to invite a guest and let me know that their guest is committed to come, I'm going to pick up the tab for both of you. So the $15 for each of you, you'll each get a free book and learn those 12 tactics so we can all carpool up there and have a good time. Also with that, for the next 60 days, we're going to do something I think is pretty exciting, have an extra referral bonus for anyone that you invite in, introduce to Rick or myself who ends up joining our office. And here's how it'll work. You introduce us to a capper, then on their first closing, we will give you $750 just for that introduction. If you introduce us to a half capper and they join us, we'll give you $500 when they have their first closing. And any other agents, you will get a $250 referral fee when they have their first closing. We're going to start providing a training event the first Wednesday of each month on the Millionaire Real Estate Investor Series and the Shift Series that you can invite these folks to. It's a non-recruiting event so they can just experience our training, and it's a great way to open up that door and introduce them to myself or Rick so we can start talking to them about that. We've also got some other things coming up and planned that we'll be talking to you about here over the next couple of weeks as well. Let's do the script of the month real quick, which comes from David Knox, who, by the way, is speaking at the Rocky Mountain Summit, and he's a fantastic speaker. When calling up past clients and looking for future prospects, try this question out. Hey, out of all of the folks that you know and that you work with and hang out with, who do you think will be the next to make a move? Just by wording it a little bit differently, most folks can come up with 2 or 3 people who will be the next to make a move. That's worked out great for me in picking up referrals and future buyers and sellers. Lastly, let's talk about the technology tip of the month. When accessing websites that want to use pop-ups, which is almost all websites nowadays, instead of having to go through the pop-up blocker, always allow pop-ups, allow them from this site, temporarily turn off your pop-up blocker. Here's a little trick that you can use. Hold down your control button and that will automatically allow those pop-ups to show up temporarily. So if you're accessing a site, it wants to bring up a pop-up, hold down your control button, which is the bottom left button on your keyboard, and those pop-ups will automatically work. Appreciate all of you guys. Looking forward to getting to know you more and hope that we can continue to work together. Have a great day, a great week, a great month, and we'll talk to you real soon. Bye.